Hello students, I am Sunny sir from Mahdi English School. This video is for class 2, subject science. Before we continue with our video, let us read one beautiful thought. If you focus on results, you will never change. If you focus on change, you will get results. So the meaning of this thought is that while you are doing something, never think about the result of that particular thing. For example, while you are preparing for the exam, don't think that will I get good marks, will I get rank, or will I not get good marks, etc. While you are studying, just focus on your studies. Just learn everything properly. So if you focus on the change, means if you change your style, if you do your work properly and perfectly, then you will surely get your results. But while you are doing something, whatever you are doing, never think about the result of that particular thing, because the result will always be good if you do something wholeheartedly. If you put all your efforts in that work, then definitely your result will be good. Content of this video is Chapter 4 Wild Animals, quick reading of the chapter, solution of the textual exercises, video for the new science textbook. So in the previous video, you have seen the cover page of the new science textbook, that is the updated edition we have of science textbook. And in the previous video, we completed with lesson number 3, animals that help us. So today let us complete lesson number 4, wild animals. So first of all, we shall quickly read the lesson, and after reading that lesson, after the quick reading of the lesson, I will give you the answers of the exercise that are given in the new science textbook. There is a little bit variation in that, so please be careful while I read the lesson and the exercises. So let's start reading the lesson. I will read the lesson given in the new textbook, and you will all listen to me very attentively and understand the lesson. Please listen to me very carefully. So first thing we are learning about in this lesson is wild animals. The name of the lesson itself is wild animals. So let us learn about it. Animals such as tigers, giraffes, elephants, bears and owls are wild animals. So you can see the image of owl, tiger. What are these animals called? They are called wild animals. Animals such as tigers, giraffes, elephants, bears and owls are wild animals. Fact file: the giraffe is the tallest animal on the earth. We know that, we have studied that already, that giraffe is the tallest animal in the world. No other animal is as tall as giraffe. And here you can see the image of the two wild animals, owl and tiger. Then next thing we studied about in this lesson was homes of wild animals. Means where do these wild animals live? Animals live on land, trees and in water. Where do the animals live? They live on all these three: land, trees and in water. Some animals make their own homes to live in, while some do not. Animals such as deer and giraffe roam in the forest. So as it is given over here, some animals make their homes, but other animals do not make their homes. Like deer, as it is shown over here, this is deer. Deer and giraffe, they roam in the forest. They do not have their homes, they just keep roaming in the forest. So it is written over here, a deer lives on land. Where does a deer live? A deer lives on land. Then it is given, let's discuss. Discuss how some animals make their own homes to live in. How do animals make their homes? That is your homework. You have to find out which animals live in which homes. Then, as you can see the two images over here, this is the image of a crocodile and this is the image of a mole. Crocodile and mole. So, what is written over there? A crocodile lives both on land and in water. Where does a crocodile live? A crocodile lives on both land and water. A mole lives in a hole. Where does a mole live? A mole lives in a hole. So these are called the homes of animals. But we came to know about crocodile, that crocodile lives on both land and water. And where does a mole live? A mole lives in a hole. So these are the two animals which are shown over here. You know where they live. Next, it is given, circle the wild animals. Also write L for the land animals and T for the animals that live on trees. So this exercise will be your homework. This PDF will be sent to you in the group and you have to circle the wild animals, and in the blanks you will be writing L for land animals and T for animals that live on trees. Next, eating habits. Now it is the third topic of this lesson, the eating habits of the animals. Different animals have different eating habits. Animals such as giraffes, elephants, rhinoceros and zebras eat only plants. What do they eat? They eat only plants. Rhinoceros, giraffe, elephant, zebra, these animals eat plants. As you can see the image, elephant, giraffe, rhino, these animals eat plants. Lion eating flesh. You can see the lion, how it is eating flesh. So what is the next point? Animals such as lions and tigers kill other animals and eat their flesh. Animals such as snakes and kingfishers swallow small animals. So the next image which you can see is of kingfisher, how it is swallowing fish, the snake, how it is swallowing the frog. So these animals like kingfisher and snakes, what do? They swallow small animals. So these animals, they swallow small animals as their food. Next you can see animals such as vultures, jackals and hyenas eat the flesh of dead animals. In this way they help to keep our earth clean. So jackal, hyena, vulture, you can see all these three. How do they eat? What is their eating habit? They eat the flesh of dead animals. When the animals die, they eat their bodies. That is called the flesh of dead animals, which these three eat, and they keep our earth clean by eating their flesh. Then we come to the end of the lesson. I told you that we are doing the quick revision. What is the keyword? Wild animals. Animals that live in the forest are called wild animals. Summary: animals live on land, trees and in water. Some animals eat plants, some eat other animals, and some eat dead animals. Now let us solve the exercise quickly. So in exercise you will have to write only the answers. As I told you, the PDF of questions will be sent to you, so please see that you write the answers. Number 1, the dash is a wild animal. The dash is a wild animal, cow or lion. So the correct answer is lion. Please write down number 1. Heading you have already given, fill in the blanks. The lion is a wild animal. The lion is a wild animal. Number 2. Dash animals make their own homes to live in. Dash animals make their homes to live in. So the answer is some animals make their homes to live in. Because all the animals do not make their homes, some animals roam about in the forest and some animals make their homes to live in. So the answer is some. Number 3, animals have dash eating habits. Animals have dash eating habits. So answer is different. Animals have different eating habits because some animals eat only plants, some animals eat the dead animals, some eat the flesh of the dead animals, while some kill the other animals for eating. So they have different eating habits. Dash eat the flesh of the dead animals and help to keep the earth clean. Which animals eats the flesh of the dead animals? It also helps to keep the earth clean. So in the end of the lesson we had seen vulture. Vulture helps to keep the earth clean because vulture, hyena, jackal, these are the wild animals that eat the flesh of the dead animals. In that way they keep our earth clean. So the correct answer is vultures. Number 5, a dash can swallow small animals. A dash can swallow small animals. So which one can swallow the small animals? So in the lesson we have studied that animals like snake and kingfisher, they swallow the small animals for their food. So here the correct answer is snake. A snake can swallow small animals. A snake can swallow small animals. So I hope you have written the answers of these 5 FBs. Now let us solve the next exercise. Match the following. Match the column. We have to solve this exercise now. So you should give the heading MF, or you can also write the full form. Match the columns. Here is column A. Here is column B. First of all, I will read all the options on both the sides and then we shall match it. Column A, cow, deer, mole, tiger, jackal. Column B, lives in a hole, flesh of animals, eats dead animals, stays in a farm, roams in the forest. Now let us match this column A with the correct options given in column B. So first one, cow. Which one is the correct option? So the correct option for cow is that it stays in a farm. Where does a cow live? Cow stays in a farm. So you have to match this over here. Cow stays in a farm. Number 2, deer. Which is the correct option for deer in column number B? So we know that deer and giraffe, they roam in the forest. So where is the option? Over here. So number 2 you will match over here in the last one, E. Deer roams in the forest. Deer roams in the forest. Mole. Number 3 is mole. Where does a mole live? We had seen the image, it goes underground. And where does it live? Mole lives in a hole. Where does a mole live? Mole lives in a hole. So option A is the correct option for number 3. Number 4, tiger. Now which one is correct for tiger? Does it eat the flesh of animals or does it eats the dead animals? So the correct option is that it eats the dead animals. Tiger eats the dead animals. Tiger and lion, these animals kill the other animals and eat. So they are wild animals which eat the dead animals. And last one, jackal. What does a jackal eat? Jackal eats the flesh of animals and keeps our earth clean. What does a jackal eat? Jackal eats the flesh of animals, and in this way it helps to keep our earth clean. So these were the 5. Match the following, match the columns. Once again I will read out, so the confusion if you have, you will understand. Cow stays in a farm. Deer roams in the forest. Mole lives in a hole. Tiger eats dead animals. Jackal eats the flesh of animals. Now let us solve the next question. Next question is, give 2 examples for the following. Give 2 examples for the following. So let us write 2 examples for each one of these one by one. I will read the question and I will write the answers. Along with that, I want you to write the answers in your notebook. So number 1, heading you have to give 2 examples. Number 1, animals that live on land as well as in water. Animals that live on land as well as in water. So which animal lives on both land and water? So one name we have studied in the lesson, crocodile. Crocodile lives both on land and in water. But one new name I have written over here, that also you have to write, frog, frog. Crocodile and frog are the animals that live on both land as well as in water. Crocodile and frog, they are called amphibians. Number 2, animals that roam the forest. We have to write the names of any 2 animals that roam in the forest, that do not have their homes but they keep roaming in the forest. So the names of that 2 animals are deer and giraffe. Deer and giraffe roam the forest. They do not have homes, they just keep roaming in the forest. The spelling, D-E-E-R, deer, Giraffe, giraffe. Deer and giraffe roam the forest. Number 3, animals that eat the flesh of animals. Animals that eat the flesh of animals. So that 2 names are jackal, jackal, and hyena, hyena. Jackal and hyena are the 2 animals that eat the flesh of dead animals, and in this way they help to keep our earth clean. Also vulture is one of these. So you can write vulture over here if you want. Vulture, jackal, hyena, they eat the flesh of animals. Number 4, animals that eat plants. Some animals they eat only plants. Like we had seen the image of elephant, giraffe, rhinoceros. So let us write any 2 over here. So the 2 names I have written, elephant, elephant, giraffe, giraffe. Elephant and giraffe are the two animals that eat plants. Also, you can write any other name if you want, like rhinoceros, zebras, etc. They also eat only plants. Number 5. Animals that eat dead animals. Some animals like lions and tigers, they kill the animals and eat their flesh. So I have written the two easy names over here for you to learn and understand. Lion, lion, tiger, tiger. Lion and tiger are the two animals that eat the dead animals. They eat the dead animals after killing them, and they are wild animals. All these are wild animals which we have seen in this lesson. So these were the 2 example questions which we have written the answers for. Now let us solve MCQs, that is choose the correct option. What is the heading? Choose the correct option. We can also call it multiple choice questions or MCQ. This we have already solved once in the previous videos. Again we are solving because this is the part of the exercise, textual exercise of lesson number 4. So let us solve it and revise. Number 1. Where can we find animals? Where can we find animals? On land, in water, on trees, or all of these? So we know that animals live on land, water and trees, all. So the correct option is the last one, all of these. Because we have studied in the topic homes of wild animals, we had read that animals live on land, trees and in water. So the correct option is all of these. Number 2. Where can we find crocodiles? Where do crocodiles live? In other words, so we know that crocodiles live on both land and water. They not only live on land, not only live on water, but they live on both land and water. So option number C is the correct option. Then next, number 3. Which of these animals eat only plants? Which of these animals eat only plants? So they have asked about the plant eating animals. You already know the names of the plant eating animals that we had seen in the lesson. 4 names we had seen: giraffe, elephants, rhinoceros, zebras. So here the names which are given are the same: elephants, giraffes and rhinoceros. All these animals, they eat plants. They eat nothing else but plants. So all of these, because all these 3 animals, they eat only plants. So the last option, that is option number D, all of these, means A, B, C, everything is included in option number D. All these animals eat only plants. Number 4. Which of these swallow small animals? Which animals swallow small animals? They directly swallow them. Vulture, hyenas, snakes and kingfishers, lion and tiger, or rhinoceros and giraffes. So, which animals swallow small animals? The correct option is number B. Snakes and kingfishers, they swallow small animals. We had seen the snake swallowing a frog, kingfisher swallowing a fish, so they swallow small animals. Next, which of these animals help to keep the earth clean? Which of these animals help to keep the earth clean? Lion, tiger, vulture, hyena, zebra, elephants, or rhinoceros giraffes. So in the end, at the end of the lesson, we had seen the animals like vulture, hyena, jackal. They eat the flesh of dead animals, and in this way they keep our earth clean. So correct option is number B, vulture and hyena. They help to keep our earth clean. Now let us revise what have we done in today's video. We have read the lesson number 4, wild animals. In that we have learnt about 3 points: wild animals, homes of wild animals, and their eating habits. Then after reading the lesson, I had told you the keywords and the summary, which is very important. Keyword is only one. What is wild animal, or what are wild animals? So the answer is, animals that live in forest are called wild animals. Summary: the 2 important things that you have to remember in the lesson: animals live on land, trees, and in water. Some animals eat plants, some eat other animals, and some eat dead animals. So it shows that all the animals have different eating habits. After that, we have solved the textual exercises, and quickly I will read that exercises with answers so that if you have missed out anything, you can write it down. Fill in the blanks. Number 1, the lion is a wild animal. Some animals make their own homes to live in. Animals have different eating habits. Vultures eat the flesh of dead animals and help to keep the earth clean. A snake can swallow small animals. After that, match the following we had seen. Cow stays in a farm. Deer roams in the forest. Mole lives in a hole. Tiger eats the dead animals. Jackal eats the flesh of animals. Then after we had seen 2 examples, give 2 examples for the following: animals that live on land as well as in water, crocodile and frog. Animals that roam the forest, deer and giraffe. Animals that eat the flesh of animals, jackal and hyena. Animals that eat plants, elephant and giraffe. Animals that eat the dead animals, lion and tiger. Lastly, we had seen multiple choice questions, MCQs. Where can we find animals? All of these: land, water and trees. Where can we find crocodiles? Both land and water. Which of these animals eat only plants? All of these: elephants, giraffes and rhinoceros. Which of these swallow small animals? Snakes and kingfishers. Which of these animals help to keep the earth clean? Vulture and hyena. So we have completed reading lesson number 4, wild animals, from the new textbook, and also the exercises we have solved over here. Please see that you keep this video saved in your phone so that you can write the answers of the exercises when the questions are sent in the group. Take care of yourselves, maintain cleanliness around you, and see that you appear the exam properly. Best of luck all of you.